We are going to visit two districts that they told me I should never go there, not for any reason, even under the threat of death. So, of course, when someone told me to not go somewhere, I always have the curiosity to check it out and see if it's that dangerous or not. So, right now I'm wearing my Gopnik outfit. Sport clothes. I will take off my glasses, of course. And we're going to check it out. But there are slight differences between the two districts that I'm going to visit right now. The first one, they told me, is full of Gopniks, full of drug addicts walking around, prostitution. So that's the first district. The second one, they told me, is full of Tsigan, criminal. They are selling weapons. For now on, all the places that have been told to not visit, to not go, I've been quite, I don't know, like, I've been okay actually. Slaviansk in the end, everything was fine there. When I was in Kherson, everything was fine there. When I went to Tryoshina, everything was fine there. So let's just check it out. And welcome in the first district, Pavlov, Kitschkas. So right now we are going for a walk, going around a little bit around the streets, looking, and look what I found. It's a pink Ukrainian house. Look at that. So first impression of the district, like the major part of outskirts of Ukrainian cities, you really feel the poverty here. Also my first impression is that there are way more older people walking around than just those Gopniks, if you may, waiting in some dark areas to jump on tourists. I mean, there are no tourists here. The sidewalks are in a way better condition than the one you have probably seen in Kherson. Look at that. Check it out. It's way better state. Houses in this district are 2 floors houses. They were mainly made for workers. And Здравствуйте. Do you want to say hi to the camera? Hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Вы здесь живете, да?
Да.
Как вам этот район вообще? Нормальный? Мне сказали, что здесь очень опасный. Очень опасно.
Ну да, есть такое.
Есть такое? Хорошо. Хорошо, нет, до свидания. Like, what the fuck? Whoa. Like, I mean, there are people living in those buildings. Look at that. Like, all the windows are destroyed. Some твою мать, which means some swearing Russian words. There is music coming from this building, or maybe somewhere a little bit further in the district. So all of those buildings around there have been built during the USSR. They are not new, it's not new houses, like those playgrounds for kids, for example. Like they were made mainly like back 40, 50 years ago. A long time ago. Look at that. Would you live there? It's March, so there are still a little bit of snow. Okay. I think you can rent an apartment in one of those buildings for something like $100, even maybe less than that. Okay, so this is definitely an abandoned building. Nobody is living in this one for sure. It looks in a very poor state, like it's going to fall apart. It's definitely the most Soviet district I've ever seen for now. All the cars were made like 30-40 years ago. Everything there is so old. Like this shit is open, like people could fall. Now let's check out. This is open. Smell pee, what the fuck? Здравствуйте. Okay, so let's go to the 9th floor. Maybe there is some balcony. And from there I will be able to show you. Okay, so I have to press 2 times. Is it working? Okay. I had to press like 3 times the button in order so that the lift starts working. Yeah, I mean there are no balcony, but it smells cigarette. Like what the fuck? You know, like it would look like an abandoned building actually. Last time, when I was in Troyeshina, on one stair, there were needles and pills just laying on the ground. Right there you have a beer. There is a Ukrainian love story here. Masha plus Max is love. What is this actually? Like I've seen this in the other floor. I think they were putting the trash maybe before, but it was during the USSR Soviet times. Now it's not working anymore. It smells really bad right here. Okay. And this is everything is locked. Oh fuck! It's fucking dark right here. Oh, there is also another love story. Right there. Lubi moja, ja ciebie lubię, which means my lovely, my dear, I love you, with a beautiful heart. This is the most lovely building I could even be in actually in this district, I think. The romanticism. So here we are, getting out of this beautiful Pavlov Kitschkas building. Let's go. I'm not so far from the city center of Pavlov Kitschkas, which is again just a district in Zaparozhe. It's not a distinct town, it's a district. There is also a lot of stray dogs, but this is the thing here in Ukraine, like there are so many stray dogs around there. So many, that's crazy. Look at those cute little houses actually. Even if they don't really look so welcoming, I think most of the time it is like an old babushka and an old diedushka that are living there, and it looks actually really cozy somehow. Unlike this one. Long time ago, I used to watch a lot of movies, films about the US, I mean documentaries, mainly on YouTube. And one thing I still remember is Detroit. I'm not even sure I'm saying the name of this city correctly, but I've seen that it's that bad that they're selling houses for $1. And they look like those ones, but look, there are people living here actually. People are living in this one. This is their mailbox. There's an old newspaper right there. A kid playing here. Okay, so let's continue our adventure. For now, I mean, nothing really crazy. I think when you are used to districts like in Paris or like in New York or in Chicago, it's pretty safe actually here. It's pretty safe. But it's like there are part of this building actually which is abandoned on another part where there are people living in, because you can see it from the state of the windows. Some of them are cracked with holes and others are 100% new. Look, like there are people living here for sure. Look at this. Okay, so for now I've been a little bit disappointed by Pavlov Kitschkas. There are not so many attractions actually, and most of the people who are walking by are like old people, children sometimes, but I mean of course there are like some kind of weird people sometimes, but most of the time I mean it looks okay. Who knows? Что? Спасибо вам большое.
А вам надо розочку?
Что?
Розочка не надо?
Не надо, не надо.
У вас нельзя попросить пару гривен?
Сколько вам лет?
12.
12.
Сегодня.
Вы отсюда, да?
А?
Вы отсюда.
Да, спасибо. У меня просто день рождения сегодня.
Что у вас есть
День
здесь?
рождения.
День рождения?
Да.
Хорошо. А как вас зовут?
Алина.
Алина. Сложная жизнь. Удачи.
Понял, спасибо.
Fuck. And she's 12. And 12 years old. Asking for money on the street. There are again some of those houses, buildings. Full of one color. Only one. Look at that. Just in blue. Yellow. Blue. So far so good. Nothing crazy happened. But like I'm still thinking about like this 12 years old girl asking money. And she was Ukrainian for sure. Like she was not from any other city. So I don't know where I'm walking right now. I have no idea. It's like a full new experience, full new emotions. Everything is completely new. I've actually seen very rarely those buildings with only one color, like those one, like only in blue. And there is one district in Kiev actually that I want to show you later in another video, where they have buildings in blue, yellow, green, but it's new buildings, not like those ones. Those ones are not new. They look pretty abandoned actually, not really well maintained. Oh, there's a Taken crew right there. Taken crew. The Taken crew taking over. Shishki. Which means weed in Russian. Shishki. With the Taken crew. Look at that. Okay, so it seems to me that I'm right now in a new part of this district, full of 2 floors houses, and it's like, what the fuck? It's like there is no more of those big Soviet buildings. It's more of 2-floor houses, like I said before. But it's full of dogs, like guarding the buildings because of the Gopniks, maybe. There is one there, everywhere. But for now, like all of the buildings you can see are those ones, like 2 floors building. This one is more new. This one is a little bit more old. This one also a little bit more old, a little bit older. I'm right now at the edge of Kitschkas. You cannot go further north than where I'm right now. Okay, so let's make good reviews of this district. First thing, it seems to be really green. Way more green than the other district. Second thing, it's far away from the smog. As you can remember in the previous video, you saw that there were a big smog above the factory. And I don't know how, but the smoke seems to go on the other direction, on the other way. So people here can breathe correctly, peacefully, and you can see there is the forest right there, the nature. You know what happened here most of the time is that whenever I'm starting to travel to new cities in Ukraine, or in Russia actually, I often ask to my friends living in those cities, what are the most dangerous districts of your city? And all the time I feel way safer in those districts than sometimes even in the city center of some Western countries. Let's say, for example, London or Paris. That's crazy. Just make you think about everything, you know, because poverty, but it's okay in the end. I'm walking with my camera. Okay, it's not night for sure. It's not dark, it's not night, and you just need to have just one bad encounter. It can switch, I would say, everything up. Alright, so I think I saw everything. I don't think there is anything else to show you here. You have seen the Soviet buildings, the 2 floors buildings,